Welcome to another useful video. Today's video will cover the iconic sports car from Porsche, the 911. The 996 variant of the 911 was a dramatic departure from the 993 911, mainly because it had a water-cooled engine and it looked dramatically different. Porsches from the past all looked very similar, whereas the 996 really struck a chord with the hardcore enthusiast for looking different and even feeling different, and mainly that was because of the water-cooled engine. But the 996 variant was available as a coupe, a convertible, a targa, a wide body, and a wide body convertible. There were a number of different color choices for the exterior that a buyer could choose, as well as different trims such as the aero package and different wheels. The exterior build quality, paint quality, fit and finish is to a very high degree. The car also doesn't really suffer from a lot of rust issues, and I would say the exterior is very high quality. I myself have owned a 99 C4 pictured here, and I love that car, and I felt like it was really high quality. Moving on to the interior, this was also a dramatic change for Porsche. The previous 911 interior had been basically the same since the early 1960s. Now I can tell you from personal experience, the 996 interior is a wonderful place to spend time. You have a great seating position, the steering wheel is in a perfect spot, and the shifter just falls into hand. There were a lot of different colors available for the 996 interior, and you could get some really cool options like colored hardback sport seats, colored central tunnel. And that's another wonderful thing about the 996 is that it was still such a bespoke car. You could get certain options that no other 996 might have. And a lot of people have said that the interior quality isn't as good as it could be, and I tend to agree with that a little bit, but I think Porsche addressed most of the issues with the interior with the facelift in 2002. As far as the engines are concerned, initially the pre-facelift had a 3.4-liter flat six making around 300 horsepower, and the facelift brought 320 horsepower from a 3.6-liter flat six. Now there was also the turbo engine. That engine would give you either 420 horsepower or 450 horsepower with the X50 option. You also had special editions like the GT3 and the GT2 as well. And I would say the engines are very great. They rev really quickly, they feel really sporty, they sound excellent, and it really does provide enough power to let you have a lot of fun driving. While the 996 is a great car, it definitely suffers some common problems. The most infamous is the IMS bearing issue. And basically the intermediate shaft bearing on some vehicles can break, and that will render the engine useless and broken. To remedy that, you can get a new IMS bearing, or there's some other kits out there. The aftermarket has pretty much taken care of that as long as you replace the IMS bearing. Now there's also an issue with the second gear not being able to go into gear correctly or popping out when you're accelerating. That's also been another issue that the aftermarket has addressed, and you can do some preventative maintenance as well to make sure that that doesn't occur to you. Early 996s also had a problem with the rear main seal, or the RMS, leaking. That was pretty common, but a lot of them have had the RMS replace that this time, or this juncture now, so it shouldn't be an issue too much, but that's also something else to consider. Also, there's a problem with coolant leaking or head gasket issues. That generally has to do with the inside lining of the engine, and that could be an expensive problem if you do face that. However, having said that, other than that, the 996 is very robust. Everything works correctly, and for the most part, it is a very reliable vehicle. If you like to mod your vehicles, the 996 Platform 911 is a perfect choice for you. There are so many different options out there, from spoilers, body kits, wheels, tires, you name it, they have it. There's also a lot of performance features that you can do, like for the turbos, you can really modify the turbos, change those out, make crazy horsepower. But that's the beautiful thing about the 911 is that there's so many people out there that have knowledge in terms of tuning them and making them run better, faster, or handle better, that it really is a fun car to tinker with. And really, it's pretty simple to work on. I've done a lot of maintenance on my 911 that I used to own, and it wasn't difficult. Everything fit into place correctly, and there was logic to it, which I appreciated. And I really like the way the 996 looks modified, and there's so many different things that you can do to them. It's really fun. Also, another thing to note about the 996 is that it has had a lot of success in racing, and I think that's pretty cool. They stuck to their heritage of building a car that you can drive every day, but it can go on the track and win, and I think that's really cool. So what's my verdict on the 996 911? I say it's a little bit underrated. It's a great car to drive and own. It's a lot of fun. There are some problems that you can get that would make ownership a little bit more expensive than normal, but if you find a well-maintained, clean example, I wouldn't hesitate to jump on it. And that's our video presentation on the Porsche 911 996. Thanks so much for watching, and please hit that like and subscribe button.